Liberty telling off Caitlin Clark's Fever, who are now way tougher to beat. This isn't the same Fever team that the Liberty crushed, 104-68, just over a month ago. It's not the same one that had its home opener, which doubled as Caitlin Clark's regular season debut at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, spoiled by the super team, or that lost by a combined 83 points in their 3 meetings this season. The players haven't changed. There wasn't any firing, either. When Liberty coach Sandy Brondello spoke with Christy Sides, she told the Fever head coach, "You just gotta go through the process now. This is a new team. It would take time, just as it did for the Liberty in 2023. And at some point, a juncture impossible to predict, everything would start to mesh." Since the last Liberty Fever matchup June 2, Indiana has crawled back into playoff conversations with a 6-4 run entering Saturday's game in Indianapolis. Some of that connects back to Clark, averaging 16.0 points, 7.1 assists, and 5.7 rebounds. Brondello and Breanna Stewart said the Fever's post players, as well as Clark's ability to orchestrate the offense alongside them, have contributed to their about-face too, which adds a layer of complexity to the Liberty's quest to sweep the season series. "They're a way tougher team now than they were in the beginning," Brondello said. Over the last 10 games, the Fever's offensive rating sits tied for 3rd in the WNBA, behind just the Aces and Liberty, after possessing the 2nd-worst number across their first 3 weeks of the season. Aaliyah Boston and Nalissa Smith have nearly averaged double-doubles, 15.5 points, and 9.7 rebounds along with 11.5 and 8.5, respectively, during that stretch. There have still been losses and defensive growing pains, but the Fever's strides have been concrete. "We've seen them 3 times already," Stewart said Thursday. "Obviously know that each time they've gotten a little bit better, but still using what we do defensively to kind of impose our will. That, as always, will start with Betnijah Laney Hamilton, who helped limit Clark to 9 points and 3 points, respectively, in 2 of the games. But for about 6 minutes Tuesday in the 3rd quarter of their win against the Lynx, the Liberty encountered a scare when Laney Hamilton's leg tangled with Napheesa Collier, and she eventually limped toward the bench. Laney Hamilton returned to play nearly the entire 4th quarter, and in the Liberty's practice Thursday, she was a full participant, Brondello said. Saturday will also mark the first game since the All-Star participants were announced, and Laney Hamilton, whom Brondello vouched for in a press conference Tuesday, wasn't one of them. Brondello messaged her to just use it as motivation. Laney Hamilton didn't need to change anything, Brondello said. Nothing would change about her role as the Liberty's defensive anchor either. But it's fitting that the Clark matchup will be Laney Hamilton's first following the All-Star roster getting announced. Laney Hamilton finished plus 43 on May 16, and since they last met, Clark nearly recorded her first WNBA triple-double. There was the debate about wanting Clark to be more aggressive, about Clark playing Diana Taurasi and then beating her role model. There was Clark getting left off the Team USA roster for the 2024 Olympics. There was Clark making the Team WNBA roster for the All-Star game. Such as 5 weeks in the Caitlin Clark news cycle. But that time frame has also coincided with the Fevers starting to reverse their season's spiraling trajectory. Everything has clicked for them, and it involves more than just Clark. The individual pieces have started to fall into place. And that, Brondello said, always takes time. That's chemistry. It's chemistry.